Coach, start, I guess, with just one of those nights where the shots don't quite fall. Looked like you had open shots in a lot of points, just didn't fall. What did you think? You start with the offensive problems.
I mean, to be honest with you, no. I don't think it was a matter of shots not falling. I didn't think we were as physical and aggressive as we have been, and what's helped us be successful to this point in the season. And our formula's the same, and we feel that way all the time. Like we have to play a certain way to be successful. And we understand our margin for error is not very big, and if we deviate from that at all, these are the results that we get. So we have to be the one that wins that battle, and tonight we didn't.
Questions for Toby and Sencire, please.
Sencire, how physical were their screens? Looked like they were able to disrupt you all, either switching or fighting through sometimes, either create a little space and then sometimes step back behind the screens. Were they more physical with the way they set those?
Yeah, but no. I think that was just, what Coach said. We wasn't being tougher, and we wasn't fighting through screens enough. And that's on me because, I'm that guy that's supposed to be more energetic and be more physical, and that's my role here, being defense and feeding that energy to my team.
Toby, you had to be more in the paint defensively this game. Can you kind of talk about the difference in that when you're inside there trying to go against bigs?
I just try to do whatever the team needs at the time. If that means helping anchor down the defense inside the paint or outside on the three-point line, I'm just trying to help the team win.
So, guys, obviously injuries continue. So for both players, start with that. Tougher and tougher to play with a limited bench and not much depth. Sencire, start with you.
No. Coach always say to us, next man up, and we got to be able to step up for our teammates in every which way.
I just think that everyone is prepared. Like, we practice like everyone's a starter, but we just have to pick up for the slack that would be missing for injury, and that we just have to play a little bit harder because our margin for error is small.
Toby, you get in a basketball game, I don't know, there's 60, 70 possessions or whatever. Every now and again there's going to be like maybe a backdoor, and paint touches and the easy bucket, but the fact that they got more than just one or two of those, and I don't know if there was like really any adjustment to it. Was that a surprise that there just wasn't able to cut that off?
I just think we weren't as locked in as we usually are. That's completely on the players because they had us ready. But we just want to do better and lock in for the next game coming up.
Is that the best a team has run half-court offense against you guys? I know Pitt was obviously very good as well, but comparable?
I feel like they're a very good team, but we've seen good teams as well, and that we can guard them, and that we're just going to do better. We weren't hooked up and focused tonight.
Sencire, you hit those 2 threes in that second half. How does that kind of boost your confidence, seeing all the fan base kind of rise to their feet, cheer you on as you're hitting those back-to-back?
It's just normal, like I told you, you can always ask these guys. I'm in the gym 24/7, always working on my shot and staying with it, and when the moment comes, I'm going to give the moment what is required.
I think it's for you guys to answer. When you have, tough losses happen, but when they do you guys, kind of want to move on and get to the next game? Or do you guys kind of think about it and just never let it happen again because you don't like the thought of it?
We on to the next page, and we're going to take it to Colorado, and keep building as a team and not look back at what happened.
I just feel like we're not going to panic. We're going to learn from our mistakes back in the film room, and we're going to go back to the drawing board and go back to the team that we used to be games before.
Anything else for the players? Okay, guys, we'll bring you loose.
Thank you.
See y'all.
Questions for Coach?
To sort of follow up with the depth issue. I know you guys don't like excuses, but that's got to be a factor at some point. You're pretty thin.
Yeah, we played 7 guys, so we're fine. We just injuries happen, foul trouble happens. Like we're just going to play, and that's just part of it.
Looked like they changed a little bit sometimes in the way they screened you. Some didn't, fully go through, stop shooting from behind. A couple little different looks. Did you see some of those things?
Yeah, they did. They did a good job. They were well prepared, and they were very very physical, and they did a nice job of disrupting us from getting to spots, and I thought defensively they did a good job on that, and we just didn't match that. I didn't think at the other end, and that's where we've been really good. I felt like a good portion of the year outside of a loss early in the year, we've been kind of the ones that's been disruptive and getting people off their spots, and tonight I felt like that got reversed, and that's for us to win, we have to win that battle, and our guys understand that.
That stretch in the second half, when the offense was going good, what was the difference there when you cut it down to 5?
I mean, two things. One, we got stops, which led to transition, and then we were able to get out in an open floor, and it's could play with more space, and I thought that was a good surge. Like we gave ourselves an opportunity to crawl back into the game. Got it cut to 5, and then we had a loose ball there that we almost had another steal, and I thought that was a huge play in the game, because if we come up with it, we're going in transition the other way to maybe make it a one-possession game, and instead they come up with it, and I believe they hit a 3 out of the scramble to kind of just took the life out of the building a little bit, and then we just weren't able to get it back. We just some empty possessions there on offense, so we just couldn't keep pace with them, and they had us on the defensive end. They just had us in a lot of different ways. They just, when we countered with something, they were able to make a quick adjustment. And like I said, we just couldn't keep them out of the paint tonight. And they were just, living in there. And that's a tough way to play defense.
Coach, sort of along those lines of their size and maybe even strength, especially in the first half, kind of made an impact for them. Did that require some adjustments? Just the way that, especially their size, it seemed like their size rebounding made a big difference.
Yeah, they are long. They do have great size. Again, that's where, like we've talked about, like for us to be successful, we have to be more physical, because we're not bigger and taller. So we have to do certain things to offset that, and we've been pretty good at it tonight. We just we weren't that. So. But yeah, they did a nice job. Like I said, they're a good team. They're playing really well, and this was one of those things. Like I told the guys, it's a 20-game league schedule. We told them this before league play even started. You're going to have a night or two, and the important thing is you can't let this one impact the next one, and you have to move on pretty quickly. And our guys would do that. We'll get a day off tomorrow, and then shift our focus to Colorado on Thursday, and regroup, and go out there and go compete again.
Coach, the team overall struggled from the three-point line. Was that sort of a testament to the defense that Arizona was playing, or just plain and simple not being the good night from 3?
Did we have a few looks? Yeah, but I thought in general, just the quality of our shots wasn't as good as maybe we would like. I thought there were times where we didn't get enough movement and get them side to side to get more into out threes. We had a lot of one or two pass, threes that were just a little quick at times. So I just thought the guys were a little anxious out there and we didn't trust our movement and enough tonight.
Coach, you kind of mentioned that you guys weren't the ones to dictate things tonight. Is it just harder to do that when you're not kind of getting stops back to back, and it's kind of start and inbounds and stop? And is it just harder to do it then?
Right, but that's also part of it. Like that's how you get the stops is to be able to do that, to play physical and connected, and that's where there's times tonight we just got a little spread out, and where we've been really good is being able to cover for one another, plug up those driving lanes, and then still be able to get out to those perimeter shooters. And I thought tonight they were able to split us a lot and get into the paint, and now they're getting at the rim and getting kick out threes. So now you're in real trouble. Now they can get lobs and all that stuff. So we'll look at it, see what things we got to continue to correct and fix a little bit. But overall, like 80% of it, a lot of time, we got to win that battle.
Mostly man-to-man tonight? Was that a change? I kind of remember the first meeting. Or was that maybe because of something you guys saw from the first meeting?
Them playing man?
No, you guys. I was wondering if you guys looked like you played a lot of man-to-man.
Yeah.
Tonight, yeah. Just wondering if that was a change at all from...
No. We haven't played any zone this year, but
Okay.
yeah, so.
Well, I mean, it looked like it was different from like the back line kind of stuff. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah, most of it was the same. I mean, early we were maybe a little less aggressive with some of the ball screens, and they were getting inside the paint. Then we went to hedging it a little more, which did get us spread out at times. So those are the things like we need to be able to do both to cover them, multiple ways. So I thought at times that the hedging and stuff was really good to us. It made us more aggressive. We were able to keep them out of the paint, but our backside, there was times where, as you saw, there were, their centers were rolling, and we didn't have anybody there, and our rotations were just a little bit off on a few of those.
It sounds like tonight maybe pace you're not pleased with. Kansas, that was a triumph for you all. Just how important is that, and then just to control it a little bit? And then is it harder when things are going very well as a team? And by the way, you're at home, and it's probably want to go fast and be crowd pleasing.
Right. I mean, we wanted to run tonight. We felt like for us offensively, that was something, especially at home, and it was good to us in the Bahamas. The part we didn't want them doing was running. And I think there was twice in the first half we scored a basket, and they got a layup at the other end. And that just, that's something that can't happen. And like I said, we've done a great job of that tonight. We just in previous games tonight, we didn't get that covered. And I thought, a big part of our success in the Bahamas against them was they didn't get a lot of transition baskets, and tonight they lived in transition.
Got to ask then, so status of KJ. I think we know you don't answer this often, but KJ, and then Amani went down. Any idea what his situation is?
No, not yet on Amani and KJ. You know the answer.
Stone hasn't been with you guys, or hasn't been on the bench for 2 days. Is he around? Is he working on something on the side?
He's dealing with a family issue.
Coach, you guys came out much better in that second half. What was kind of the message to the team being down by double digits?
Yeah, like the theme has been the same pretty much the whole night. It was a little bit of schematics, but it was mostly like we got to turn this up. We got to play with. Told them we got to play with more joy, like more enthusiasm, and you can't just play to that with that energy level when stuff is going well. Like we got to have that same energy and fight back when you're down 10, and it is a little bit of a rough night, and be able to claw our way back into it. And I thought in the second half they really did give us a good 6-7 minutes there where we fought back and were able to get back in the game, and then we just couldn't get that one or two stops we needed to get it to where we were in a one possession game.
Coach, thank you.